Okay, well, I don't know, I decided maybe to film my journey into the exploration of the Wiccan religion. So I've been watching YouTube videos, as you can see. But taking lots of notes on things that I am hearing in movies and stuff. Like here's like I take tons of notes on like little cards and stuff everywhere. And I basically then compiled all of my favorite notes into this notebook that I actually bought today. And, you know, I titled the title of the first page Wicca, and then I go through and I write about stuff that I learned that I felt was important. And I don't know, I'm not really going to get into what it says. Maybe I will later, but this is just kind of showing the beginning of it. And then I was actually doing more research, and apparently there are things called Book of Shadows, and I think that this is like my own Book of Shadows, basically. Or at least in this YouTube video I was watching, actually, that I really liked, what she called hers is her Workbook of Shadows, which was like her first one, which is more informative and stuff. And I think this is what this is. So this is just from tonight, like a couple hours of research and stuff, so not very much. I want to fill this whole book. Like I like the whole idea of like the meditation and the connection with the energies and stuff. I don't know if I but yeah, random showing you the step of my journey. Maybe I'll record more later. See you guys. Okay, so you're probably not interested in this, but it helps me to talk things through. It helps me to understand things better when I reiterate what I'm learning verbally. Anyway, that was wordy, okay? So, anyway, I did some research. There are different branches of Wicca, or different types. Like in Christianity, there are tons of different types, right? So, I was doing research on this, and I think I've decided I'm drawn to the eclectic Wicca. You can see the shadow of my hands. It's like a combination of several different traditions, and you can be by yourself, like practice by yourself, or be in a coven or whatever. I mean, at this point, I'm solitary because, you know, I'm sitting at work doing this in my spare time. But yeah, I don't know, I think that's really cool. I've always thought of the idea, I was like, what if, because this religion doesn't speak to me, but certain parts of it does. I wish I could pick and choose and stick things together, and I found this, and I was like, oh my gosh, a religion that encourages you to do that and make it your own, you know, and like do what feels right to you to help you connect to the divine energy of the universe, which is actually right over here, which I was going to talk about next. So I found this, I've kind of headed it off with the basics of Wicca, but in the website where I found this, it was called The Wicca Way, and I have written these and paraphrased them in my own way so they connect to me better. So this, number one, above all is the divine energy of the universe. So on the website, it actually had above all is the goddess in all of her forms, you know, the maiden, the mother, and the crone, which when you're doing your own research, you'll definitely find that. But through the research I've done, like it's a representation of the energy of the universe, or the feminine energy or whatever. But I personally don't want to assign gender to certain energies, because there's so much questioning about sexuality nowadays, and different things, and where places should be, and stereotypes are being broken. So I kind of just like having one big general, the divinity of the universe, because we've all looked into a sunset or gone hiking and just felt something there, you know? And that's what I connect to right now. Maybe in the future I will connect to something more specific, but right now it's the divine energy of the universe, as I have labeled it. Number two, there are opposites in natural energies, which we may be able in whatever way, which we may label in whatever way helps us to understand it. So the second one originally was about the god, the horned god, who was her consort and stuff, the queen or whatever. So it's kind of like the opposite side of the energy. But I decided to take this bulletin point to kind of express how, like, you know, the energies, there's always opposites. Like, people talk about the yin and the yang, and that one even is assigned feminine or non-feminine, but it's not that. It's just like opposites. Like, black and white are opposites, and then like sweet and sour are opposites, and they can be assigned to any color you want. Just generally things that we associate with like good or bad or different things are lumped together, but it doesn't have to be that way. But it just kind of says the universe has opposites inside of it, and to help us to understand these opposites and their energies and stuff sometimes helps us to give them names or labels and stuff. Okay, 3, that ye harm none, do what you will. So it's like, as long as I'm not hurting anybody, I can do what I want, which makes sense. That's the way I want to live my life. Okay, 4, the threefold law. Whatever we create will be sent into the universe or sent back threefold. So I worded that kind of funny. I'll probably erase it and rewrite it. But it's basically the threefold law is where what you send into the universe affects you 3 times. And it's not just like you do one good thing and then you get 3, like triple the good things back. It's more like mind, body, and soul. Those are the 3 parts of yourself, right? So like your mind and your body physically, and then your soul, which is that part of you that you can't really describe or grasp onto, but we kind of all know it's there, but we don't have words for it. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking about. So like you just do something awful like lie or whatever, so it comes back to you threefold. Like your mind, you feel guilty and stuff, and then your body, you just like feel gross. I don't know how to describe it. You know what I'm talking about. We've all white lied that time you didn't do your homework but lied. Yeah. Anyway, it's like that, and then your spirit, just that feeling like that I don't know, that depression or whatever. And it doesn't have to be permanent, it can be momentary, but that's the threefold. It comes back 3 times. So 5, we are the children of the universe. We, the children of the universe, seek to live in harmony with everything. So originally this said, like, we, the children of the divine goddess, or whatever, seek to live in harmony with everything. And I, again, changed that from my own personal preferences to children of the universe, because I connect with that personally. But, I mean, whatever you want to stick there, right? Cut out. Yeah, harmony. We all want to live there. 6, death is not the end, but a step in the circle of life. Which I thought was really cool. I mean, it just has that little blurb about it. I mean, I haven't done all the research. This is just what I've come up with so far. Death is not the end, but a step in the circle of life. I don't know, kind of like that. We'll explore that more later. Okay, so over here, continued. 7, killing is for survival and defense only. So originally, this bulletin talked about how we are all children of the divine goddess, and she doesn't want us to sacrifice her children to her. Like, who wants, like, you to kill their baby and then sacrifice it to them for a favor? Like, no one likes that. And then it had killing is for survival and defense only. And I was like, yeah, I think I just need the end part. 8, nothing stands between the divine energy of the universe and you. No intermediary needed. So in some religions, you have to pray to someone who then will pass the message along or whatever, but I like this. Like, we are all directly connected to whatever divine energy we believe in or we feel connected to, whether it be the goddess or just, like me so far, like some ambiguous divine energy that we feel there. Like, we don't need someone else to communicate with them for us. Like, we can do it ourselves, which I really like. And then 9, no intentional desecration of another's symbols or beliefs, for we are all seeking harmony with deity. Which I really like, because there's so many religions nowadays, or not religions, but people in religions that are just bagging on each other's beliefs and symbols and trash-talking them up and just being horrible rat butts. I don't know. Anyway, I liked that. That was nice. All religions should have a rule like that. 10, each person's faith is private and individual, which is to say, like everyone's is different, and if they're not the same of yours, that's okay. And if I don't want to talk about mine, that's chill too. But if you want to, I mean, that's your choice. But like in general, like private things are private and individual, like personalized to me, like this research and book and the way I'm rephrasing things. 11, the Wiccan way does not seek converts, but the way is to be made open to those who seek and find the craft. Now, I really, really liked this. So I come from a Mormon background, which many of you know. We have a lot of missionaries who go around knocking on doors trying to convert people. It's like a crazy army of Mormons out there trying to convert people to their faith, and I just don't like that. Like, if someone's happy in their religion, why go in and screw up their life and try to change them around, you know? Like, everyone can worship differently as long as they're in touch with, like, the divine and living good and fulfilled lives, you know? I don't know. I liked that a lot because my religion kind of is way into converting other people, and I didn't really like that. So that stood out to me. 12, as it is willed, so it may be. And that was just a phrase at the very end as a bulletin point, and I was like, oh, that's cool. I should do more research into what that means and elaborate on that. But I think it's great. I think it means, like, as you will, like, your will, like, that you put into the universe and what you're trying to do, like, as you will it, like, as you want it to be, like, let it be that way. So anyway, yeah. Well, I think that's all I'm going to talk about for now. I think that my next video, air quotes, I'm going to talk about the witch's pyramid, which is its name, but really it's like a form of thought or whatever. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. It really helped me to re-listen to myself babble on to better understand, like, my notes and what I was learning about. Anyway, oh, look at this cool rock. It was like $3 somewhere. Anyway, I like it. You can't really tell how cool it is, but it is. Bye!